Hello and welcome to Get Wet with Marla. I am Marla and we are joined by a very special guest today, Chuck. Hello, Chuck.
How you doing?
I am doing great, thank you. So listen, this is a great episode and we just have to dive right in because there is so much to talk about. Now, Chuck, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What is it like trying to date as a single dad?
It's pretty difficult at times. Women, they want you to have freedom and go and come whenever you want. Being that there's a space cushion in between my child and I, because I had her late, it's harder to find kids her age that the parents, the kids are the same age as
Right.
the parents as my age.
Yeah.
So that makes it a little more difficult as well.
So let's back up so people know what we're talking about here. So you're divorced?
I've never been married.
You've never been married, but you said you had her later in
I
life?
had a midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis. Okay. So, and do you have full custody?
I do.
You do.
Yes.
Full custody of your child. Okay. So how many kids do you have?
Well, I have my daughter, which is going to be 15 on the 7th.
Okay. Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Is that like, that's quinceanera age? I mean, if you were going to celebrate a quinceanera.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Okay. Yeah.
And she has a brother that came around when I met the mother, so I kind of raised him, and now he's with me full time now as well.
Oh, wow. You're a good man, dude.
I'm his dad.
Wow. Okay. That's amazing. And how old is he?
He's 16.
Oh, so they're very close in age.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's good. So you have these two teenagers now, and they both live with you.
Yes.
Still. Okay. Good. And now, how do they feel? We're gonna get back into this whole of whether it's difficult or not to date, but how do they feel about you dating? Do they know that you are dating, or do you keep that secret? Like, where's that on the scale?
I'm not really actively dating.
Okay.
So, I mean, there've been a couple that was interested in seeing where it went, but nothing really long term or anything. My longest dating or whatever ex-fiance was over 3 years ago, and she lived with us. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how long? Okay, so that was somebody else that wasn't
no mother.
the mother. So how long have you had these kids without the mom in the picture?
I've had Juliana since about when she was 5 or 6.
Oh, it's been a long
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah. I was changing diapers and braiding hair.
Oh my
and,
gosh.
painting nails and.
Oh my God,
yeah.
it sounds like Mr. Mom. Wasn't that a
Pretty
movie?
much. Yeah, I
That
guess.
was Michael Keaton, right? Wasn't that the Mr. Mom, the Michael Keaton thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that movie. That was a good
Mommy
movie.
and dad. So.
Wow. And then what happened with her? She just
Well.
she's out of the picture.
Yeah, I'd rather not get into that.
Okay,
whole
but I
thing.
mean, what I mean is she doesn't come around and
Not
see
by
that.
choice. Well, the kids want to see her.
They
but
do. Okay.
she
So it
doesn't.
gets hard.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a difficult situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now when it comes to, so you said you had this relationship, you were engaged.
Right.
That ended, obviously.
Yes. And
And-
having kids wasn't a helpful thing to keep it strong.
Okay.
Because it
Did
kind
she
of-
not have kids?
She did, but hers were all grown, as you know.
Right.
People my age, or
Yeah.
grown, married, or whatever.
But they were older, I assume.
The
Okay.
youngest one at the time was like 17 or 16 when she moved in with me. So.
Okay. All right. So now, do you find that the women that you're dating, do you find that they don't want to date a man with kids, or they don't want to date a man with younger kids, or what's been the toughest challenge for you?
I've seen a lot. Well, I kind of favor girls younger than me,
Okay.
and
Are we allowed to
even
say
them-
your age?
You can. I'm 56.
Oh, you look great.
Yeah, thank
You look very young. You're young 56.
Yeah, I'm pretty active, immature at times, but when I need to be, I'm mature.
I love it. And so what age bracket are you looking to?
I think like 45 is a good.
Oh,
age.
that's very appropriate. That's not super younger than you. That's a very appropriate age. And now, do you find that women that age, are they still looking to have children? And is that something that you would even be open to, or you're closed? Your shop is
I
closed.
can't have. No, I'm done with
You're done.
kids. Yeah. So,
Okay.
And even if I wasn't, at this age, I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's hard to start over.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially that space cushion in between the two.
Yeah. So women around that age, their kids should be, if they have kids.
They're a little older at times.
Really?
45. Yeah, you get like 18 and teenagers.
Oh, true.
Some 20s, kids. Some of them, their kids are getting married or in young
Wow.
20s and what have
Yeah. I keep forgetting that. I think
Yeah.
it's also, it has a lot to do with where you grew up or where you were from. Because I know that like there's places I'll meet people and like they literally got married at the age of 18 or 19.
Right,
Like
yeah.
me, like I spent most of my life in California, and like people get married for the first time like pushing 40 or
Oh, yeah.
50. You know what I mean? Like I have friends that had kids like in their mid 40s, early 50s, like, and it's no big deal because in LA you're kind of concentrating on other things. You're not really thinking about having a wedding and getting married and starting a family, you know, all the time. It's your career, you're this, you're that. So by the time you get married, you're older. Like I was older when I got married. I'm no longer married. I'm divorced. But when I got married, I think I was, how old was I? Almost 37, 38 maybe.
Oh yeah.
I mean, something like that. I was
Mhm.
I was older, you know. So yeah, that okay. So I guess it just really depends on where you're from. Okay, you're looking for that sort of, or the people that you were looking for at the time, or whenever you were dating or actively dating, whatever, were around that sort of age bracket. And what was, so the biggest challenge was what?
Well, when I was with the mother,
Mm-hmm.
my daughter was younger, so she'd have hard time with different things, and they kind of clashed with each other. And when I would walk in from work, that's the first thing I heard, and I was like,
Oh no.
just let me walk in the door already, just.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to take sides, and I understand it was both of them that kind of
Yeah.
were a problem or
Yeah.
had issues. And at the time, there was things going on. COVID was stressful and everything else, so that didn't help the stress factor in the house.
Right.
So yeah, that kind of died out, and I just took a long break for the most part. And
Yeah.
still kind of on that break.
Do you want to like, do you ever want to get married, or are you just want to find a partner? Do you even want to find a partner? Are you happy just to be alone? Like, where is your headspace?
I'd like to find somebody that's compatible to like different things that I like. I'm more outdoors, motorcycle, camping, boating, and all that stuff. And
good.
if something comes along where we end up getting married, then so be it. I'm not canceling it out all 100%. I'm not running to jump to get into marriage.
Right.
If I find the right person one day, I'll entertain the thought.
Right. Okay, that's good. So let me ask you a question. So I know that you're not actively looking, right? But let's say you're out. Listen, you're a social guy.
Right.
You have a great big boisterous personality. Like people know who you are. You're funny. You go out. If you were to meet a woman and she had children, is that okay with you? Like, do you prefer that or not prefer that?
I mean, children's cool. I mean, it would be cool to have them close to my age. So what the problem is now, people my age, they want to just go and travel and have that freedom to just unpack their bags and leave, which is cool with me, and I have no problem with that. But with the kids, I'm not at that point yet to leave them home alone, and all our family's in Connecticut, so I have nobody here to actually take off the slack and watch them for the most part.
Right.
Go
so, Connecticut, yay!
Yeah.
How funny is this? We didn't even like really know this until, we didn't know each other back in Connecticut, but we're both from Connecticut.
Yeah, like 10 minutes away.
10 minutes away. Right. You were Derby, right?
Derby, yeah.
Derby, and I was Woodbridge.
Yeah.
That's like kissing cousins.
Yeah, I was working in Woodbridge for a little bit when I was doing construction.
Isn't that funny?
Right on the border when I was doing the cable.
Small world. I just met somebody today who also was from Connecticut. It's very funny. It's such a small world.
Can't get away from them.
You can't get away from Connecticut. I know. I loved Connecticut. I really never thought that I'd leave Connecticut. Like, I really thought.
I thought I was a lifer.
I thought I was a lifer. I thought I was a lifer. Like, I loved New England. I loved Connecticut. I digress. Whatever.
Right.
Okay. So, I guess my question is, like, if you were to meet somebody who had children that were maybe, under the age of 12, let's say, that were in grade school, would that work for you? Or is it like you really are close to being an empty nester? You only really have like 3 years, right? Until or are you like really set on, let's try to find some teenager moms?
I would like to find somebody with older kids, but I'm not canceling out younger, pending the situation and, our connection. That makes a lot too, if she's willing to work and we're both willing to work at it to deal with the kids, and they're not going to be young forever, so it depends on their age and how many there are and what her flexibility would be too, and what she wants to put into the relationship. That's another obstacle, is what women want to put back into the relationship, and I get a lot of, well, what are you going to put into the relationship? And they're like, well, you get all this, and
Yeah.
so you want me to work and come home and change your oil on your car and everything else, and you don't want to do any dishes or laundry, or it's just.
So that is a good point, right? Because I think that a lot of people, especially when they are a single parent, they have to work, they're raising their kids, they're doing so much. Sometimes it would be nice to get a little bit of help with something. Work together, exactly. Have a partnership. And even if you don't have children, it's still nice to think that like somebody is not fully 100% in charge of the house, and somebody's not fully in charge of like the bills. Like it's nice to know like somebody has my back, somebody can help out a little bit. So what do you think is the ideal thing? Like if you could snap your fingers and the perfect woman could come across to you, what does it look like in your world where like a woman helps out? Where do you think that help comes from? Is it from also working and doing something financially? Is it taking care of the laundry or cooking meals? Is it making sure that the house is always in order? Like, what is it?
I think it's a combination of everything. If I'm out in the yard cutting grass and it's almost dinner time, then I can't be doing dinner while I'm out doing the lawn,
Right.
And if you're inside already, or unless you're outside helping me cut grass, which is cool, then we could go both work on dinner. I'm not afraid, and as you can see, my kids, we don't eat out all the time. We do home cooked meals and not
That's nice.
pre-cooked or anything, and everything's done. I don't have a maid. I don't pay people to do things for me or cut my lawn. We do everything ourselves.
Wow.
So we have the extra to go camping or out on the boat or, enjoy different times out,
That's awesome.
So,
that's really good. And it actually, to be honest, teaches your kids.
Oh, yeah. Julie was cooking meatloaf, and the other day she made, because I'll teach her different recipes. And and that establishes them a good solid background.
100%. 100%. That is very good. I know there's a lot of kids that seriously all they know is Uber Eats.
And games.
Games, Uber Eats. They're hungry, they use the phone for Uber Eats. They want to play a game, they use their phone to play a game. Like they don't know how to do anything. And there's no chores anymore. By the way,
chores.
By the way, I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying it happens. Like, this is like some of the bad parts of this. So that's good. I think that's fantastic that you do that with the kids. Mm-hmm. In your opinion, right? Because you said it has been a little hard dating as a single dad, right? Do you think it's difficult for single moms?
Oh, absolutely. Same thing. Same ball game. It's back to your conversations that you've had. Is it easier for guys to find women and women find? I still think that women have it easier, and it's easier for a girl to go out and meet somebody than a guy.
Do you think it's easier for a single mom?
Yeah, just as
with
easy
kids?
As a guy.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's easier for a single mom with kids to meet somebody versus a single dad with kids?
I think so at times. Yeah.
What do you think at home?
Different.
What do you think at home? Single moms, let's hear this. Do you think that it is easier for you, being a single mom, raising the kids, trying to do everything yourself, and meeting a guy who will actually accept your children, right? Because it's all, listen, you're not going to have a relationship if the other person is not accepting your family. Your family is going to be number one. Your kids are always going to be number one. Right. And that's another thing that we should talk about. I've sensed, and I've gotten this from a lot of people, that they'll complain that this person doesn't have time for them, like, oh, this woman, she's so busy, she's got to take her kids to dance class, and she has to take her kids to and it's like, they're her kids.
You have to balance
it
out.
You have to know that she's not going to leave her kids at a bus stop, stranded, so that you could go have a cup of coffee together. Like, you have to be understanding in that. Like, being a parent, and I'm not a parent, and yet I have not always, but 9 times out of 10, I have dated men with kids. And I've always said, like, do not cancel on a child for me. Mm-hmm. And I will tell you, like, that was a huge red flag for me, because there was a man that I was dating that literally would keep saying no to his kids so he could take me out.
Yeah.
Which I thought was completely wrong. Now, we're not together anymore, of course, because that was just one of many things that was like, you're not... As he thought it was like, what's the word I'm looking for? He thought that was like a good thing for me, that showing like, oh, look how much I care about you. I'm putting you first.
But you have to have balance.
You have to have balance. And really, the kids should always come first. Your children should never feel like that you are choosing somebody over them. That is a recipe for disaster.
And not bring them around unless you feel like maybe it's going somewhere.
That's right.
Or whatever. And one of my issues was... holding her hand at like 6 years old, and my girlfriend got jealous, and it's like, she's 6 years old. Because I'm not holding your hand, that doesn't mean I love you or hate you any less or more or whatever. It's
your daughter.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I felt bad, and I kind of get her point of view a little bit. She needed attention too, and I get it. But
right
at that time, it just my head. Sometimes you don't think about it; you just assume that's what you do, and you take care of your kids the way
for sure. I again, I don't. Especially at 6 years old. You should be holding your daughter's hand, especially if you're walking through a parking lot, you're going through a mall, you don't want her to get run over, like whatever the case is. It's like she's 6 years old. I think that people don't realize sometimes they let their emotions get in the way of right from wrong, which, by the way, we've all done it. Listen, I haven't been perfect in relationships that I've been in. I'm sure that I got mad because, I get mad. It's like, we got to go do this now. I get it. Like you get upset, but like there comes a time where you have to understand kids are kids, you know what I mean? And like you put yourself in that situation, you wouldn't want your parent to choose somebody over you, and it happens.
And then you end up breaking up, and they're gone, and you still have your kids, and they're like, "What?"
And your kids are like,
your life and...
right. And then your kids resent you because you didn't choose them. Yeah. You didn't put them first, right?
I've been in relationships that girls had kids when I didn't, so after I had kids, I'm like, oh, well, this is what they seen and I didn't see, and it's like you don't even understand until you're in those shoes. Right.
100%, 100%. But I think that it's very interesting because I do have a lot of, and eventually in a few episodes from now, we'll have on a single mom who will kind of rebuttal here. But it is interesting because I think that a lot of, single moms do feel the same way that you feel, that it's very difficult to find a partner who, matches the thing, because it's just another level of things that you're like, oh, great, now I got to worry about this, right? So it's like, you got to like the same things. Like you like motorcycles and camping and being outdoors, and what if she likes the theater and karaoke and this and that, right? And then it's like, oh, great. And I have kids, but my kids are a different age, and this, it becomes really difficult, and it's like the perfect puzzle piece. By the way, it is so hot in here and I am sweating. Like, besides it being hot outside, it is so hot in this hot tub. And the conversation is heated. But so it is difficult, and it's like, but I guess I always say this under any circumstance, never give up.
No.
Like, there is for sure a match out there for everybody. And I don't even think that it's like one. Some people say there's one soulmate. There's one match for everybody.
Well, you would think with all this computer stuff, you'd be able to punch something in and exactly something will print out to your favor, I will tell you, I'm a little nervous about that. I believe that, by the way, I don't have any insider information trading here. Like, this isn't like insider trading. I don't have any info that, came to me. But I do believe that there will come a time that you can create like a robot type girlfriend, boyfriend who fits your every scheme, like whatever you're looking for. You want somebody with, brown hair, you want somebody with blonde hair, you want somebody with gray hair, you want short, you want tall, you want fat, you want skinny, you want them to be able to cook, I believe, especially with the way the AI is going, you will be able to create your own personal... That's kind of scary.
It is scary, but don't you see that kind of like coming?
I see a lot of bad stuff coming.
Like, I see that coming. And it's like, you would think, when you just said going online, it is a good way and a bad way to meet people, right? I mean, because people...
It's too many options, and it's too easy to just drop who you're with and move on to somebody else because you think the grass is greener.
Correct.
Instead of putting the extra energy and effort into something, it's like, well, this ain't gonna work. Move on.
And it's sad. And I will say that, like, when the online dating thing first happened, that's why I didn't want to do it. Because I was always like, oh, well, no matter how good of a time I have, somebody's going to go home and start swiping again. So it's like, why? I'm going to get left in the dust. Why bother? But then I realized I was able to meet so many people that I normally would never have been able to run into. I would never have met them. And so it is a blessing and a curse. And I think that the more serious you are about finding somebody and about finding that perfect match, you become more serious about what you're putting out there. So like you're writing more in your profile, you're adding more photos, you're talking about the things, that you and your family are looking for. You're including the fact that you have children and how old they are and like, what it is that you guys want and that you see for the future. Like, and I think that becomes a little bit more obvious and relative when you're searching.
Saves a lot of time with what you're looking for.
Absolutely. Now, I'm not going to say that it works 100 foolproof because there are a lot of liars out there. There are a lot of scammers out there. And people sometimes want to lead you down a path that they think you want to read or know, which is, I think, completely wrong. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of their time. I don't know why they're doing it. But it's like, if you know that you don't want to date somebody with children, don't go on the first date. Yeah. Don't even bother. If it says they have children and you know you don't want children.
Unless you're up front, you're looking for somebody cool to hang with.
Right, unless you want a friend. Yeah. But I mean, if somebody is really putting themselves out there, especially a single mother, a single father, and they are saying, I would really love, I want to find somebody for my children and I, or I want to start a family, don't give somebody false hope. And also, there's a lot of people out there, and I disagree with this as well, they don't disclose the fact that they have children until after you've already gone on several dates, you've already made this connection, and now you'd kind of look a little bit like an a-hole if you're like, oh, you have kids? Peace out, homie. Like, that's not nice either.
So I just assume they all have kids and figure, hey, they'll let me know if they don't.
Do you know what assuming stands for?
I know what it means.
Chuck, come on, everybody.
Or maybe I used the wrong word. Maybe I should just say,
you
right
think,
off the bat,
right off
I
the
just
you think
they have.
You think they have kids.
Kids, and then, because, I mean, I know there's more to do than don't, I think, but.
Yes, and by the way, and that's totally fine. You know what I mean? I think that like having kids is great. I think that if you were able to do that and you're able to, have this like great life with children and watch them grow up and go through everything, I mean, it's amazing. But like, if you're wanting to get into a relationship with somebody, and there's a lot of people that have children that still don't want to date somebody with children.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because they just want to be done.
They want to be done. They want to be done.
And aren't made to be mothers or fathers.
Right.
They just want to.
And by the way, there is nothing wrong with that. Like, just because you have children or don't have children, that's a personal preference. Like, there is nothing wrong with that.
I agree.
And also wanting to date somebody with children or not wanting to date somebody with children, again, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't ever let somebody make you feel badly because you don't want to date somebody with kids. Or don't let somebody make you feel badly because you don't want to date somebody who doesn't have kids. I've seen that before too. Yeah. Like, they don't trust a guy because he's never had children. Yeah, or they don't trust a girl because she's never had children. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Like something's got to be wrong with them.
Right, something's got to be wrong with them. Why aren't they a mom? Why aren't they a dad? Why haven't they ever gotten married before? I hear this all the time. And,
But then you get that if you're single too, they look at you like something's wrong.
Right.
I was like, well, why you been single for 3 years? I'm not on all these dating sites. And the one I am on is the Facebook one. I think I met maybe 2 people in the past 3 years off of it.
Yeah.
So it's not.
It's just really important. Like, I just think that like everybody needs to be kind and respectful. I think that it's really important to know that everybody is allowed to make choices, whether you're at McDonald's and you're ordering, your value meal, or it's in life and you're choosing a partner. You're allowed to make your own choices, and nobody should make you feel badly about doing that unless you're being disrespectful in the way that you're making these choices. You shouldn't call somebody names or tell somebody this or that, or they're making the wrong thing, or blah, blah, blah. Like, let's all just be nice. Like, is it too much to ask? I feel like it is.
These days it is.
I feel like it is. I feel like there is so much negativity in the world. Like, it would be so much more positive if everyone could just smile, be kind, say no thank you. You don't have to be a total bitch or, an a-hole.
Or just hard to walk up to at a restaurant or something. That's another thing. It's like, sometimes I feel like they make you feel like a creeper walking up to them and saying hello or,
And then that same person complains that nobody asks them out. Why do you think they've stopped asking you out? Because you are so unreceptive to hearing a compliment, to saying hello. I think that like a lot of this sort of, this culture has really ruined people. You know what I mean? You can't, you can't say, oh, your dress is so pretty without them claiming, oh, he sexually harassed me. And it's like, listen, there's a big difference. Like, I do not promote sexual harassment in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
I've been there. I've been through it. Like, it is no fun. But if somebody tells you that they think that you look pretty today,
Compliment you.
or they give you a compliment, I don't think you should go running to tell people that I feel sexually harassed. Like,
And that's one of the biggest things when I was dating. They wanted compliments, and now it's like you give them compliments, and they don't. It's like
it's
you do or you don't.
I know. It's really, the world has messed everybody up. It really has. And oh my God, we are running out of time, Chuck. I just looked at the time. We need to get to the fun and games here. All right, you ready? All right, everybody, let us know. What do you think about this? What do chime in, let us know in the comments so we can rebuttal at some point. All right, so here we go. Now, this is the part of the show where we like to do some fun and games. So you guys, you're going to chime in the comments and let us know. This is the hot or not version. Okay. So now, do not read my my book.
Sure.
It is hot. I know. I'm dying. I wish everybody could see. Can anyone see the sweat dripping down me? I know, Chuck, you can, but y'all might be too far away from me. All right. So this is hot or not. You're going to let us know if you think this is hot or you think this is not, and tell us why in the comments. All right. So hot or not. Single moms. Chuck, what do you think? Hot or not?
I think they're hot. Sure, of course.
Of course. I think a single mom is totally hot. Why not? Single dads are hot too.
I think everybody's hot in their own way. With with
100%.
the right person, some people think they're hot, some people don't. But there is somebody that'll think you're hot one way or another.
100%. And this is a whole nother topic, but I'll just chime in real fast here with this, is that, what's beautiful and, quote unquote hot to one person is not necessarily beautiful and hot to another.
Somebody else.
It really isn't.
Nope.
And what somebody finds attractive and what somebody kind of gets their goat going, maybe not to everybody. So again, it's choices, it's preferences. Everybody's different. So never give up. That's why you never give up, because just because you can't fit a puzzle piece into one thing, there's 1,000 puzzles. Everywhere you go, thousands of puzzles. All right, here we go. Dating someone who has never been married. Hot or not? What do you think, Chuck?
I think it's hot. I'm not married, or I've never been married, so it just never happened, and you never found the right person. That doesn't make it me a bad person because of it. Just I've been proposed to once. I've proposed once to somebody else, and it just didn't work.
100%. And I think that this is one of the biggest problems that people get in their head. Well, like you just said, doesn't mean there's anything wrong with me. No, you just haven't found your person. And you didn't want to settle, and you didn't want to maybe end in divorce or end in something else. So
or you need to learn lessons along
the
way.
Right. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with dating somebody who, especially is older, because I hear this a lot from older people. I can't go out with him. He's never been married. Or I can't go out with her. She's never been married. She never had kids. She never did.
I think that's silly.
It's silly.
Yeah.
Give it a chance. It's totally silly. Yeah. Okay. Blended family vacations. Hot or not?
What family vacation?
Blended. So meaning
that's cool.
I have kids, you have kids, we go away together.
That's a good way to get together, bond, and you make your relationship tighter, I think, that way.
I agree, especially if all the kids can get together and play and they get along. Yeah. Nothing is better than seeing kids from two families getting together. That's amazing if they can get along. Not so great if they're bitter enemies. Oh, yeah. Okay. Introducing your child to all of your dates.
No, that's not cool.
I agree. Don't do it. Don't do it.
They get attached.
Yes.
For one thing, which isn't cool, because especially my daughter, she's looking for that mother figure and that she hadn't have, and so when a girl comes around, she attaches herself, and I tell her, I don't know where this is going or whatever. Gotta give her a heads up, and
Yeah, it's true. Kids become so attached, and it's very, very difficult. And I've been in this situation before where I became attached to the kids. And then it was oh my God, now I gotta keep dating this guy just because I like his kids.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah.
Changed their diapers and everything.
Yeah, it's really, it's oh God, it's rough. It's rough. So make sure you know what you're doing. Oh, yeah. Okay. Having slumber parties while your children are home. Hot or not? What do you guys think? What do you think?
I think it depends on the age of the kids and how often you're doing that.
100%. And also if they are aware, and if it's a relationship, or it's oh, I just went to dinner with this person.
If it's a different one every time, that's not cool at all. That's not hot at all. No.
And you're, especially if you have teenagers, you're setting up a bad precedent and
exactly.
like
You don't want them to,
you don't want them to start doing that. Okay, great, very good. All right, let's move into the questions here because the trivia, because we are quickly running out of time. All right, what is the percentage of single dads that choose to cohabit without officially tying the knot? So that means they're choosing to live together, like have a bond, a partner in life, and they live together, but they don't actually tie the knot. What is the percentage of single dads that choose to do that? What do you think?
40% maybe.
So you think 40%?
Maybe, I don't.
Okay, and what do you think at home? What do you think that is? The percentage of single dads that actually choose to live with someone, to cohabit with somebody, but not actually tie the knot, just live together. What do you think that is? What do you think? Chuck said 40%. Chuck, I will tell you, you are pretty good. 41%.
Oh, really? Huh.
41%. Are you cheating?
No, I can't see it on my glasses
listen,
on.
I can barely read my own writing. It's so tiny. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. All right, here we go. Oh, this is good. And actually, this will be a good question because you're not even married. But what is the percentage of divorced men that marry extremely quickly, that will get remarried? Like, we're talking within 3 years. So what is the percentage of divorced men, you think, that will get remarried within 3 years? What do you think that is, the percentage?
I'd say maybe 15.
15%.
Yeah, maybe.
15% of divorced men.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you guys think at home? Divorced men, what is the percentage that will get married very quickly? We're talking within 3 years of their divorce. What do you think that is? I will tell you, it is 64 to 68%. That is very high.
That is high.
Very, very high. Okay, let's keep this party going. What's the percentage of single women that are open to dating men with kids? So this is open to it, right? They're saying they're open to it. Not necessarily they are, but like they're open to dating men with kids. What do you think that is? Single women, what is the percentage that are open to dating men with children?
Single with no children or single with...
Just single
with
and
kids?
doesn't matter.
Just any...
Just all women, whether they have children or not, open to dating men with children.
Maybe 52%.
52%. Okay, what do you think at home? So this is single women, whether you have kids or not. You're single. Are you open to dating men with kids? What do you think that percentage is of all women? What do you think that is? I was blown away by this, although not really. 92%.
They're willing to, yeah.
92% are open to it. Now,
well, half the times the guys don't have their kids with them anyways. It's usually the women.
It's usually the women, right? That's right. That's why I think when I have the single mom on here, it's going to be the stories are going to be a little different. All right, now tell me, what is the percentage of women that actively seek out men that have children? Now, what do you think that is? So not that they're open to it, but they actively seek out to date. Specifically looking for men who do have children. And this is according to like a dating.com survey. What do you think that is?
12%.
12%. Okay. So we had 92% of all single women that are open to dating men with kids. But this is the percentage of women that actually are seeking out men who have children. That's who they want to date. I will tell you, it is 60%.
Wow. I've never
That's
met
also
a woman
very high. Right, who's actively
I'm looking for a guy.
And you know why? It's because it demonstrates commitment to loved ones. Very interesting. All right,
I should
Chuck.
get bonus points for that one.
You should. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Ladies, let me know if you want to meet Chuck. We'll hook it up. All right, Chuck, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate your being so vulnerable and open and honest with us all. You sound like a fantastic father.
I try.
And your kids are very lucky. So everybody else, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you next time on Get Wet with Marla.
All right.
Bye.